All right, industry professionals, I want to put this on your radar. We have, as a part of the Industrial Talk Podcast Network, it's a network, we have 3 new podcasts. And they are, 1, Ask Molly, very marketing and sales centric, because industry, you have to succeed, you have to stay current, you have to know exactly what is happening in the world of marketing, in the world of sales, from an industrial perspective. No jargon, just straight to the point. I don't like jargon. There's no jargon. So that's 1. Ask Molly. I ask Molly, you can ask Molly, and you will not be disappointed. The second one is the Business Beatitudes. That's going to be rolling within a couple of weeks, and that is specifically around leadership, but a unique point of leadership, and that's from the heart. And it's the virtues of generosity, of humility, just a number of things that I like to discuss and how they help business succeed. That is the Business Beatitudes. And finally, because we're going to continue to expand, don't get me wrong, but the third one is called the Human Patch. I'm working with those wonderful people at Farah Barcelona, and we have come to the conclusion that real cybersecurity is a human equation, and as we continue to connect all our assets, we want you to also hear from leaders that are right around cybersecurity. Those are the 3. Be on the lookout. Now enjoy the conversation.
Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go. All
right, once again, welcome to Industrial Talk. Thank you very much for joining the #1 industrial-related podcast in the universe, Gregory Greg, that celebrates industry professionals all around the world. You are bold, brave, you dare greatly. You innovate, you collaborate, and you are solving problems each and every day. It is an exceptionally wonderful time to be in industry. We are broadcasting on site. We're on the floor right here, SMRP. If you're in the world of asset management, maintenance, reliability, this is the event for you. You know why this is the event for you? It's because it has all of the big thinkers, all of the individuals that understand what's going on. They got their fingers on the pulse. That's why this, you can tell I'm already winded by saying all of this. It's a fantastic event. Put this on your calendar for 2026 if you're not here. All right. Again, he's a legend. He's in the hot seat. We were having a conversation, and he's going to clarify it right off the bat because I don't know what it is. His name is Gregory Perry. We don't know if we want to call him Greg or Gregory, but he'll clarify it. Let's get cracking.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
I guarantee you're not that. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good event?
Great event.
It's pretty cool.
It's the pinnacle every year.
It is. It really is.
You know, I go to conferences, I speak at conferences,
Yeah.
I participate in conferences, and I've been doing this for pretty much 25 years. This is awesome. This is like a homecoming.
It really is.
You know, this is a gathering of friends and the family of maintenance, reliability, and asset management, and we're here to help customers, and customers are here to let us know what they need.
You know what I always geek out on? I understand all the technology, and there's being on the floor. You just sort of scan the room and you go, "Hey, that's cool. That's cool. That's neat." It's when you get to talk to the members, the ones that are just like, "Yeah, I work for Acme, and we manufacture whatever," and I always find myself, "Really, you do that? That's cool." And being able to hear and see what people do for a living, it's inspiring. I ran into somebody that says they work for a company that manufactures pasta. Come on. That's cool. Go there, man. Let's check it out. How do you manufacture pasta? I want to know. And he was the maintenance guy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's cool. Yeah. Living the how it works, how it works life.
Well, like I tell my leadership and who I report to, I like to sum it up. You know, they ask, hey, Greg, can you handle this? Can you do this? We need your help. And I say, hey, I like to eat.
Yeah.
I like to eat. And what I mean by that is, I like to keep a job and I like to buy food for the table. But that's not what I mean by when I say I like to eat. What I mean by that is I have an appetite. Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I have an appetite.
Yeah.
And to be here at SMRP is very much the same way.
Yes.
You know, I have an appetite. And we all have an appetite.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get rolling, because you haven't been on my show, seems about 10 years. 10. Yeah, I've been doing it for 8 years. Yeah, 10 years. No, the last time it's been a little while. And we need to level set. Need a level set on who Gregory is.
Nothing has changed much with Gregory.
There are new listeners out there that want to know who Gregory is, not
really?
just me. I know you, and I don't want to, yes,
Yeah, I know.
you.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Gregory is doing good. Gregory is still growing. Gregory is still learning. Gregory is still doing what I've been doing for nearly 25 years.
Yeah.
Computer maintenance management software systems, data is your most important asset.
Yeah.
And how to help customers align people, process, and technology. And that's what I do.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of changes.
A lot of
I
changes.
mean, yeah.
We're seeing changes now with the different generational workforces and their different ideologies and their different viewpoints of how they interface with technology and how they're going to have people and processes help them with their technology thirst, right?
But you have to inspire.
Well, that's just it. It's not all great. I know it sounds like I'm saying it's a wonderful thing. Actually, it's a negative thing. It's a less emphasis on people and process, and more emphasis on the technology.
Yes.
And it's almost like it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
It's like that's inevitable. That's where we are. We're in the computer age long before, long after, right? I mean, we are doing this. And I remember a good friend of mine in the business, a good mentor of mine, made a comment about the current generation today that are coming up and the current generation today that are going out, right? The difference is one was born being digital, all right, and one was actually, I wouldn't say we invented it, but one's doing, one's being, right? And there's a difference in there. But at the core is people and processes and the fundamentals, and that's not going to go away. And then I've heard another smart individual say, AI, they're coming after the coders. Yeah. That's who they're coming after. They're not coming after the people that are turning wrenches. They're not coming after the people that are keeping the world running. That's just not much.
Here's, You touched upon a couple of really important topics. One, I don't see how you, and back when I was deploying systems, I did in this passport. They don't even exist now. But nonetheless, what we did was you map the process out. You identify what is the workflow, what are you doing? It's a grind. I'm not going to, sugarcoat it. It is detailed. It is, and you grind it out. You have the conversations. You chirp back and forth. That's not how we do it. And then you find the gaps and you just work through it to help the technology enable that workflow.
Yes.
Great, fantastic, got it. But we, for whatever reason, have gotten away from that to a certain extent. Nobody wants to sit in a room on a whiteboard, log it, and flow it all out. And have those difficult conversations.
Yep.
But it has to happen, or nobody. Everybody walks in their own direction. Nobody gets it.
You just painted a picture of one of my engagements years ago.
Yeah.
That part of what I do for Fluke Reliability and eMate is I'm the tip of the spear for implementations as an option, as a professional service option. So not all customers buy that service, but the ones that do, they absolutely understand the value, okay, of what we call a kickstart. You know, we're kicking out this implementation.
Yes.
Well, one of my engagements, they did the kickstart, and we got halfway through the first day, and they just had to say, hold the phone. We're not ready for this. Why? We have not mapped out any of our workflows whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we've got this guy in here from eMaint, Fluke Reliability, that absolutely understands what good looks like. All right, good, better, best. Really.
Yeah.
And they just stopped, and we spent the rest of that week doing nothing but putting these big old huge Post-it notes on the wall all the way around. If that conference room became the war room.
Yeah.
And they mapped out, and they sat back, and they were just sitting there as a team looking at their work and admiring it. And then finally somebody says, why are we doing that?
Yes.
And then why are we doing that? And then why are we doing that and that and that and that? And why are we doing this 5 times? And why are we touching this 3 times? And why are we... And they finally just looked at me and said, we get it now.
Yes.
Okay, exactly. So however many times you're touching it in people and processes, how many times you're touching it in technology. And the biggest complaint I hear is too many clicks.
Right.
It's not intuitive.
Right.
Well, maybe because your PMP has got too many clicks.
Yeah.
And it's not intuitive.
Just telling you, man. Yeah, you're absolutely. It's so simple, yet so important, and it brings about true success. So you want a good system? You want to leverage the technology that exists out here, those CMMS systems? You have to do that. Whether you like it or not. And you're absolutely right. It says, well, geez, that's not how we do it, and have those conversations, and it's like, yeah, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do.
Well, here is where their epiphany came. They realized that people and process has to support technology, and technology has to support people and process. It's a symbiotic relationship.
It is.
Right?
Yes.
And then there's 2 stories that a CMMS tells, and they've never heard this before. And the 2 stories are the story of the asset, and the story of your maintenance reliability program. And they don't jive. No. And that's when they finally physically had to map it all out, and they were seeing, you're right, they're not jiving. No, they're not coming together. You're not connecting the dots.
It's black and white. It's clear. It's right there. It's like, try to crab out of this one. Try to say that it all works fine. You can't crab out of it.
No, you can't. I mean, when it comes to that, you just can't fake it till you make it. That's not what practitionership's about. Practitionership's about continuous improvement, continuous learning. And there's no faking that.
No.
Now, if you want to go and just chat GPT or Google something, and you're not understanding the fundamentals of it, you're faking it to make it. And that's just, there's no room for that in asset management.
Okay, so the other area that I'm truly passionate about, and you touched upon it, is what do we do? Now, you've got to admit, you're an old guy, I'm an old guy. There are a lot of old guys roaming around here who have this incredible depth of knowledge and experience. Well, they're not going to be around, and this industry has changed so much in such a short period of time. It's blistering. How do we inspire the next generation of asset management, reliability, and maintenance professionals? What do we do? I have an idea, but I'm not going to bogart my time.
Well, one of the things we got to do is we got to kind of look back and practice what we preach a little bit. Let's look back at industries. Let's start with 3.0, all right?
Pull that mic a little closer.
Industry 3.0 is all about digitization. All right. So that's when CMMS came on board. That's when databases. That's when Excel spreadsheet. That's when all of this stuff, right? And then Industry 4.0 became all about digitalization, all right? So in other words, what do we do with these pockets of excellence that we digitized? Let's make them work together. Right? Let's bring them together. So this pocket, that pocket, this area, break down the silos. Let's start making some connected pieces here, all right? What's Industry 5.0 going to be about?
People.
Humanization. So the answer to your question is we've got to make sure that we keep humanization at the forefront moving forward.
And
right?
no, you got that, but what are the tactics like that? What do you?
Well, that's a good enough. It's like, well, we can just sit here and brainstorm it, right, and spitball it. Oh, wait a minute, Greg, isn't that faking it till you make it? And then what you just said is not what it's. No, it's called experimentation, but it's called keeping things real.
Yep.
All right. You can't always just believe what's on the internet. We've always learned that. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Okay? There's got to be a person there to say, this is what this really means, this is what this really does. And that's actualized intelligence. So with the future of artificial intelligence, we got to make sure that we keep actualized intelligence a part of that. And if we're going to digitize that, that's what we're doing. And then we're going to digitalize that. And then we're going to put that in the hands of our generational futures, right? And say, here, go forth and multiply, right? But
it's long tail. This is a long tail conversation, and I believe
very long.
We're just behind the 8 ball on this thing. We're just
scratching the surface too.
Yes,
so.
Yes.
Industry 5.0 is not here. There are those out there that are saying it is. Greg Perry is not going to say that it is, but I can forecast what it might look like and what it might be. But humanization has to be at the center of it.
Yeah, we talk about AI. Yes, I got it. It's all that, but I still believe that there's no way that you can decouple the human element from AI.
No.
You just like your Fluke reliability has a Zima. Great, you got all this great data, this vibration data going back 30-something years.
You
right?
just keyed in on a key differentiator right there, and it ties into your question that you just asked me. All right, how do we bring forth what the generational skill sets that are going to be on the way out, right?
Yep.
How do we capture that tribal knowledge? That's the whole point. Tribal knowledge. Well, you got to be involved, right? And it's old school. Even go back 10, 15, 20 years, I've always taught, let's get the seniors involved. Let's get that senior knowledge involved in capturing this knowledge set. Digitize it, digitalize it, and let's make use of it, right? That way we've captured it. We've got it, right? That's what the community practice is doing, okay? But you touched on the one thing that I said, actual intelligence or actualized intelligence versus artificial intelligence. Zima DLI did not build their AI model through artificial means.
Oh, no.
It was actualized means. So that 30 years of history was actually lived by a human. And that's in the AI model.
Yeah.
Right? Not conceptualized, not theorized, not hypothetical, not we kind of think sort of maybe because this other website over here, or this other source of knowledge over here. No, these are actualized results.
Yeah, and again, with that Azima model, it's a simple fact that, hey, I'm the algorithm. I noticed an anomaly with this squiggly line, and I'm going to send it over to a person who has that depth of knowledge to be able to make that final determination or gut call.
It's a tool for the reliability engineer.
Right.
Just like the CMMS is a tool for the maintenance practitioner. It's also a tool for the reliability engineer as well. The AI is just a tool.
And it elevates the individual to focus on real challenges, real struggles, real opportunities, and all the noise. I don't care. It's just sort of
you're spot on.
Yeah, as opposed to sometimes in the past where everything was 5-alarm fire, got to go. No, this is a way of being able to be. I think one of the areas that we have to recognize in industry, going macro, is we have to tell the story effectively in some way, shape, or form, and do that consistently, not looking for that thumbs up, hey, I got an interaction on LinkedIn. No, you have to keep at it, and everyone on this floor and in this thing has an obligation to do that.
We are peer reviewers. We are a community of practice.
Yes.
And when we have a new idea, we have a new thought, we have a new way of doing something, we need to go back to our community practice, put it out there for peer review, okay? And then see if it holds water. And if it holds water, it's great. Okay? It's all about continuous improvement. It's all about pushing forward, right? Not just staying stagnant, not staying where we're at. So change is constant. It's the only thing that's constant is change.
And I find that change today is what 442 speeding down the interstate and you know, looking good, but man, it's fast. But it's true. It is. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been having just conversations galore.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that these conversations have absolutely changed. It changed dramatically from the world of power. You know, all of a sudden we got to keep these assets up and running. Mm-hmm. I think this is a real renaissance for this profession, and it's a great opportunity to just run with it and then and inspire more people. It is.
It has to be.
It has to be. That's the point. It has to be.
We're just not going to be at the stage where assets are fixing themselves.
No. And I don't. And the other thing around AI, I think that, yeah, that's great. I'm pulling data, I'm pulling vibration, I'm pulling heat, I'm pulling all this, the diagnostics off there, and I'm putting it into some sort of algorithm or neural net or whatever it is. It's in the cloud. And the first time somebody just says, well, I'm going to depend on that AI, that response or that result, and that thing falls apart, trust goes right out the window. For that you can't get rid. I don't think we'll ever get rid of humans.
No, you can't. Humanization.
How do people get a hold of you? How do people get a hold of you, Gregory?
Get a hold of me. Look me up on LinkedIn. That'd be the easiest, quickest way.
Yes.
Gregory Perry on LinkedIn.
I like it. See, you're a pro. Because some people give the email and it's like, okay. Go to the website, okay. Aren't you on LinkedIn? Can you just give me a LinkedIn? Yeah, I'm at LinkedIn. Yes, great.
Perfect.
Stat card. All right, we're going to have all the contact information for Gregory out on Industrial Talk, so fear not, reach out to him. You will not be disappointed. We are once again broadcasting from SMRP 33. And again, you get people like Gregory. Greg. You never clarified it. What do you want, Gregory?
All right, so just call me Greg.
Greg. And you get people like Greg that all of a sudden answers the question that we first posed in the beginning. All right, we're going to wrap it up on the other side. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
Greg Perry. Fluke Reliability. I'll tell you, that's one individual, that's one gent that knows asset management, reliability, CMMS. He is an encyclopedia of knowledge. Reach out to him. His contact information, of course, is out on Industrial Talk. We have had a number of conversations with him, so find all his conversations and be better, because he is a talented individual. All right, I want to put this one on your calendar. You know, Industrial Talk is going to be at a lot of conferences this year. We're going to be broadcasting on site. It's an exciting time. One of the conferences that I want you, and it's a user conference, I want you to put on your calendar is Accelerate. That is Fluke Reliability. That is March 9th through the 11th, 2026, Austin, Texas. Put that on your calendar. All right, be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Greg, and you will be changing the world. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.